Thank you very much, Presiding Officer. First of all, I want to speak in Amendment 2 and 2A in my name, and these are handout amendments from the Scottish Government after discussing an amendment that I proposed with the Government. I want to thank the Scottish Government who have worked with me on this particular issue. Amendment 2 came about because of an issue raised with me by constituents, and the existing provision provides a loophole, such as if a trust has 3 trustees and 2 of the trustees appointed are referred to in subsection 1 of section 7, i.e. incapable, convicted of an offence involving dishonesty, sentenced to imprisonment on conviction of an offence, or imprisoned for contempt of court or for not having paid a fine. Now, when it comes to a decision to remove either of them, neither of those trustees are to be regarded as being able to make a decision. Thus, the majority for making a decision would be 1. This would help to maintain the integrity of any trust. The subsection 1D goes further, as the Minister touched upon, including also members of the regulated profession. On Friday, the Law Society were in contact with the Scottish Government to highlight 2 potential unintended consequences of 1D. Hence the reason for the manuscript amendment 2A, which I am grateful, Presiding Officer, for you agreeing to accept.
Martin Whitfield.
I'm very grateful to the member to give way on that point. And we heard from the Minister guiding the legislation that this will be looked at going forward. Is the member aware of any specific legislation that may be available over the next few years of this Parliament that any changes could be encompassed in?
Stuart McMillan.
Discussions I've had with the Government centre around the bill that's currently going through the Parliament, the regulation of legal services. So that's certainly a piece of legislation that I will be working with the Government on to try to tighten in this particular regard. So the Law Society has advised the following. Firstly, that the provision could be used inappropriately, and secondly, that it would act as a deterrent to the use of corporate trustee bodies, and that this would have an economic impact. Presiding Officer, I don't fully agree with the considerations from the Law Society, but I do respect their opinion. I was therefore content to attempt to go part way to fixing this issue as compared to not trying at all, hence the reason for the manuscript amendment. So I therefore ask members to support Amendment 2 as amended by Amendment 2A. Thank you.
Thank you.